If you're looking for a few budget-friendly ways to update a very outdated kitchen and not spend too much money, I hope you'll join me in this video because I would love to show you some tips and tricks. We rent our home, but the landlord's pretty cool and he doesn't mind if we do updates, as long as most of it comes out of our own pocket. So I have been unhappy with the way this kitchen has been for the last 8 years. We've lived in this house for 8 years. And so I decided I want to try to do as many updates as I can for under $100. So that's what I challenged myself with. And I figured some simple things, new paint, everything that would help. Several years ago, I put up this peel and stick backsplash because the wall was just super ugly underneath it. And that needs to go too because it's starting to lift on the corners and it's starting to get stained and I'm not really able to clean it as well anymore. But I will tell you, these peel and stick are a great option because I think I've had that up for 5 years and it it still made an improvement. I bought some new ones, some really inexpensive ones, which I'll show you in a little while. And I'm going to remove this little ledge that I have up here because I need to get through the sticky stuff behind it as well. And I've been doing some bargain shopping for the last few weeks, just gathering things that I might want for the kitchen, one of which was some new backsplash tiles. And I didn't want to spend very much money. And I lucked out because when Walmart was the one by us is remodeling, actually it's done now, but they were clearancing a lot of their items and I found these packets of peel and stick tiles that they're individual tiles, they're 12 by 12 and they look like tin, and I'll show you a before and after picture in a little bit here, but they look like tin and I thought they were marked down to like $1.99 a pack and I figured I could paint them, so I bought those and they're gonna go up in just a little bit. Other bargain things I got was some of the hardware because these cabinets and drawers never had hardware before, and that's a really inexpensive way to dress up a kitchen. I found my hardware pulls on Temu of all places, and I think I spent maybe $17 for all of the hardware. And I thought, you know what, if I'm out the $17, oh well, if they come and they're not the right size or they don't look good, that'd be fine. But they actually looked great. Another inexpensive thing I did was I went through and I patched everything. Just used some regular spackle. I think it was $3.99 at Home Depot. And so I spackled all of the holes, filled everything in. And then I took out my sander and I sanded the wall because I had a clock up here. I had an old bulletin board and miscellaneous stuff. So patched all the holes with the spackle, let it dry, and then did a sanding of the walls. And then I did a sanding of all of the cabinets. One thing that really surprised me, and I probably shouldn't have been surprised, but I was how many layers of paint had been painted on top of each other on these cabinets. And especially I noticed this on the corners. When I started sanding the corners, the paint just kept peeling and peeling and peeling, and some of them I ended up peeling off probably 7 or 8 layers of old paint. And so that was just really ridiculous. But again, I was trying to do this on a budget. If this was my own house, I would have 100% stripped these. I would have taken them down, taken off all the hardware, but the edge hinges had already been previously painted over multiple times. So again, this is just a quick makeover on a budget, and I didn't feel like taking the time to take everything off the hinges. But again, if this was my own house, yes, I would have taken those hinges down and I would have painted much differently. But I think you'll see, once you see the finished product, it actually turned out so great anyway. So then I got really lucky and my daughter came to town for a couple of days and decided to help me start painting. So here you can see what the backsplash looked like, and actually it's super cool. And if these countertops weren't already like kind of a golden brownish color, I would have probably left it because I really like that tin metal look. but unfortunately it clashes big time with the countertops. So I decided to go ahead and paint it this milky white, and really lucked out with the paint. When I went to Lowe's, I found a can of this white. It's a milky white color, which is really what I wanted, and it was totally marked down. So I got a gallon for $10 for the milky white color, and then the bottom cabinets, the whole bottom, we painted. It's actually called green blue, which I find really funny, but it's kind of a coastal country blue, and I absolutely love it. Now, the one thing we actually managed to get the landlord to splurge for was a new hood vent over our stove, because the one that was up there was malfunctioning and starting to smell like it was burning. So he said, yeah, go ahead and pick out one that'll work. So we just picked out one that was fairly inexpensive. And here I'm doing my trick with the painter's tape, where you put it over the holes and you make a black mark, and then you can line up exactly where you need to drill holes into your wall or into your cabinet in this case. So my husband's helping do this, and somehow miraculously we managed to get through this whole installation and still be talking to each other afterwards. And that doesn't always happen. We enjoy doing projects together, but we're both pretty headstrong, and we both have really clear ideas of how things should be done. And I don't know about you guys, but sometimes that clashes. Anyway, we managed to get this project done really, really well together. And using this trick for lining up holes, it makes such a difference. I am just super amazed at how easy it makes to line up holes exactly where they need to be. Honestly, it took maybe 45 minutes to get this installed, and it was so great. Okay. My husband spray painted our old clock, so I didn't have to buy a new one, and here is what it looked like with just the new backsplash on, and here's what it looks like painted, and I put a silicone bead around it. So here's just a quick tour of the kitchen. There's the Temu hardware on the bottom of the drawers, and I did get some cute little buffalo plaid rugs for in here. And then and some of the wood grain still shows through, and I just think it looks really good. And then the top is that milky white, and looks really cute with some decorations. And it is just a cozy kitchen, and it just feels so much better now. So all in all, this update cost us under $100 for the things we bought out of pocket, and the hood vent was about $120. So I hope you give it a try and take your kitchen maybe from something like this to something like this. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.